Hi guys, so is this oh, it's open.
Rumor is Zach Williams, owner of the electronics shop, is tied to organized crime. Well, we've had our problems in the past. For example, the last time I was here, he shot my credit card into 1,000,000 pieces. I'm hoping he's in a little better humor today and doesn't blow my brains out. Worse.
What would be worse?
Okay, I don't want any trouble.
Pay debt. Actually, yeah, I could pay the debt.
Well, fine now. How much money do I owe you this time?
Why do you keep hassling me about that? That was years ago. I paid back all those interest charges. Plus interest.
Government oversight.
You did, huh? Did the Better Business Bureau send the SWAT team in?
Everyone knows what happens to people who get on your bad side. Only one reason you ever come in here, and it ain't to buy anything. You know all our stuff is junk.
So it seems that I am a worse person than I used to be, but I'm remembering the old me. Time to rebrand.
Is that the new electronic shop slogan? I mean, it's no wonder you're not getting any new business.
Why you busting my chops? You know what kind of business we're running here.
Not really. Make it clear.
Are you saying this is some sort of front for organized crime? Because that sounds illegal.
Look, the guys upstairs don't want any trouble either. They said you can have whatever you want at cost. You can even put it on credit. Then I'll just tear up the bill.
Okay. Dead man don't tell tales. Won't get forward again.
Oh, no, I am not falling for that one again. I'm just here to find out about that dead guy upstairs and what he was up to.
Look, I know how much you hated Maldonado, and I probably shouldn't have let him use the second floor. But he was paying cash, and he kept a low profile. So I thought it was all good. I didn't know what he was doing up there, and I didn't want to know.
You better, you bet.
So how about you answer a few questions for me, and maybe things will end up a little better for you than they did for, say, Carlos?
Okay, now, most important thing I want to find out is...
I sell items to customers, not purchase them.
Oh, damn.
You the man, okay? We good? Look, I told the cops I wasn't here, which is technically true. I just parked out back when I heard the gunshots. So I just started the engine right back up and got the hell out.
Ritz Hotel?
You live there, so I'm not gonna say a thing about it.
So what are these points for?
That place opened up a couple of months ago. Doesn't look like my kind of joint.
Louis Lamintz.
I do love Louis' cooking. Just don't ask what's in it and you'll be fine.
Texas memory.
All I know is you ain't the same guy that came slinking in here 7 years ago.
Chelsea's
Sorry to
dead.
hear about that. Is that what turned you into Mr. Badass?
Mason Bowers.
I think he's the one who came by to check in on Maldonado.
Ah.
Must have been a client. Don't know anything else about him.
Carlos Maldonado.
Sure, Maldonado was a creep, but his money spent just the same. He said he needed to do a stakeout of the Ritz. Didn't mention any specific names. Didn't sound like a big deal, and he was offering a good chunk of change.
Clint.
That guy's a go-getter. Why don't you get him to answer these questions?
So I can't remember who he is. Zach Williams.
Let's just leave me out of this, okay?
Okay. Right.
Rook's the little gremlin who runs the pawn shop. I've heard that his hard shell is hiding behind a door. But if it was, he'd cut it out himself with a rusty soup can.
I think I know who he is. In real life, that is.
Murphy!
I know.
Here, let me look
He
at
was
you.
in the last game.
Louis
I
told me
think.
something terrible has happened. I've been worried sick.
He was in an episode of Seinfeld. He was costumier or something. No touchy-feely. Quick update.
Well, I appreciate the concern, but other than a weird case of amnesia, I'm fine.
But Louis says you're behaving like a totally different person.
No, it isn't. It's not the guy I thought was there and back again.
Yeah, according to Louis, I've turned into a real bastard over the last 7 years. I think losing my memories brought the old text back.
Oh, Lord. Please don't tell me that lump on your head has turned you back into the pathetic, pestering PI I used to know. This is a nightmare.
Stomach's getting hungry. Magical secrets revealed. Now I recognize you.
Now that's the Rook I know. For a minute, I thought you'd started carrying a song in your heart.
It's temporary, though, right? A side effect? Please tell me you'll be changing back.
Texmas Carol.
Well, one of these nights, you're going to get visited by 3 ghosts, and it's going to be very scary for you, but then we're going to have turkey and everything's going to be great.
Look, Murphy, I'll grant you have some detective skills, but it was all relentless, annoying banter and endless questions to me. Imagine my surprise when, over the past few years, you turned into someone I could actually tolerate.
10 things you love about me.
No kidding. So what was it you loved most about the new me?
You cut out all the chit-chat and became a no-nonsense customer who pays in cash. You always seem to have plenty of cash.
Unfavorable comparison, just the facts.
Okay, I'll cut the chit-chat. Just tell me where I come up with all this cash.
All my transactions are done in strictest confidence. That hasn't changed.
Seriously, a little help here.
I'm having a few rough days here, Rook, and all I'm trying to do is get my memory back. I could use a little help.
Fine. Though I don't know anything that could possibly explain what's happened to you. Believe me, I'd tell you if I did. Now I suppose this is where you ask if I mind answering a few questions. But this is not for old time's sake.
Right.
You became a sullen, short-tempered bully. And I miss that desperately.
Abduction of Chandler.
I heard a commotion and saw a crazed man running willy-nilly down the street and 2 other men in pursuit.
So Chandler's the one who got taken outside from my office. Ritz Hotel, or from outside my office.
I was hoping they would tear that flop house down. And they would have, too, if it weren't for that meddling Clint.
Archie Ellis.
Such an upbeat, chipper little man. Utterly obnoxious.
Hey, aren't you Archie Ellis? No, you're, I can't remember who the hell you are. It's regards to me.
I went there once. Never again. What with that herbal tea and incense, it's a veritable gas chamber. Oof.
Chelsea Bando.
I knew she'd get nothing but trouble being with you.
Taylor Lamintz.
Louis' niece is an absolute delight. What she sees in you is an absolute mystery.
Louis.
A prince among men. Makes me wish I could still eat solid food.
My memory loss.
Years ago, after Chelsea disappeared, you came to me looking for leads to some valuable items, among them a lost Fabergé egg. You left the street for a long time. When you returned to Chandler Avenue, you seemed like a different person. Darker, more dangerous.
That thing when I was over in the cop car on my car that said the Fabergé tour or something. Hologram.
I understand you have a thing for holograms. Maybe she's just your type.
Chelsea's death.
I'm sure you know much more about that than I. Some say you know exactly what happened.
Like I killed her, huh? Mason Bowers.
That's the man you think was abducted? The one
No.
I saw being chased down the street? I never heard his name before you told me.
Hang on, who the hell was... Hang on. Okay, whatever.
What is that?
You were helpful. Carlos
Maldonado? Oh, He puts the PI in pig. I heard you two had something of a rivalry going on.
Clint.
Like I always say, you can take a bomb out of a dumpster, but you'll never get a dumpster out of a bomb.
Zach Williams.
At least he knows how to keep his mouth shut.
Rook. Garner.
Next question.
Okay, we're done.
Now that Rook's is open, I'll bet his back gate's open too.
Ah. Question is, how do I get to it? Ah, here.
Behind Rook's pawn shop is a dirty, ugly...
So I just got broken zipline trolley.
Too bad the zipline trolley is broken. It's missing a wheel.
Okay, so let's find a wheel.
I remember the day I came back to my office with a grisly sight. I tried for an hour to get Pug's head out of the water cooler, but it was no dice. The police showed up and thought about grilling me until they realized Pug was a mutant. And it was like they couldn't care less. I guess people are a little apprehensive about taking that bottle back for deposit. What's this?
Do that in a minute. Oh, I've got to go over that way, I think. No, that didn't help me one bit.
This door's just painted on.
So that ladder was a waste of time then.
No one knows these back alleys of Chandler quite like me.
Okay. So how do I get around there then?
Well, it's not a Banksy.
What the hell's that?
It's Rook's hydropod garden. Whenever I see this, I think of Gordon Fitzpatrick from my Pandora case.
I've got anti-hydrogen pods on board, and I've got to get us as far away from Earth as possible.
Pods?
Pods. Anti-hydrogen pods.
He wasn't from around here, or even from the solar system.
That's painted on as well.
What I could do with an anvil, it might be useful. Yeah, I used to come back here and shoot hoops until I threw my back out.
10 seconds left. Down by 1. Murphy has the ball. He fakes. He drives. It's a 360. He's fouled.
Was it my
Okay, didn't he say something about the door being open?
These dumpsters have housed various individuals over the years. It's always nice to know I'll have a place to go if I can't make rent.
Right now.
Inspector Burns finally opened his own barbecue joint. I bet it tastes just like arson in your mouth. What the hell is that?
That's a SPO pad, protecting the universe from... Well, that was sooner than I expected. Next time, try destroying the SFO pad before entering Meldondo's office.
Oh, did I just die?
The police have been here and set up a SFOPAD security system.
How to disable the safe pad. Pick up anvil, got that. Navigate to Carlos must office, climb up the ladder and the veranda directly above sofa. Okay, so I do not see a ladder. Oh, okay. So I got to keep out of the... Okay, so here. There's my anvil. So how do I use it?
Lord knows what I could do with an anvil, but it might be useful. The police have been here and set up a SFOPAD security system.
I can't see it. Oh, there we go.
That was a waste of time.
What the hell? Navigate to Carlos Miller's office. Climb up the ladder to the veranda deck directly above. Use the anvil.
The police have been here and set up a SFOPAD security system. Man, I don't even know what I was trying to do.
What? Oh, here it is there. Okay, so I was trying to drop it on the sign. Okay. I've done a good job on ladders. Okay.
It's locked. I won't be able to enter without... It's locked. I won't be able to enter without proper identification.
Hang on, haven't I got proper identification? I do believe I have.
Wow, a place even sleazier than yours. And you have an animal print bedspread.
Oh, an animal.
Problem with vid phones is you can't call
Oh,
anyone.
yeah, okay. Right, so I just inventory picture of the
Hello?
woman.
Could I speak to Carlos? Tex?
Sorry, have we met?
Connection lost. Ooh.
That woman knew me, but hung up quickly when she realized I didn't know her.
Yep.
We can find her?
Hair cream. Glad I don't need this. Motel postcards. Yuck. There's gum in this shoe. Larry Hammond wasn't really a mutant.
Who's Larry
I
Hammond?
wanted to make sure you came here alone.
Oh,
Well, I hope you were more careful about being followed than I
his name,
was.
isn't it?
Now, I have a very strong sense of self-preservation.
Brother
I
of the
even
guy
brush my
who-
teeth carefully.
Yeah, it shows.
Man, he sure looked like one.
Director of Apollo 11, Apollo 13, or 11.
Ew, even I have a higher standard of living. And I've eaten dog food before. Both Maldonado and I appreciate subtle storytelling techniques.
So,
Even I have a higher standard of living. And I've eaten dog food before.
play Bob, Luscious Lucy Love.
Emily? Oh man. I hope she's doing this to get through school. I prefer Weenie World's tater tots. Both Maldonado and I appreciate subtle storytelling techniques.
She
Maybe we could have been friends if you were alive.
Okay,
What's this? It's the depressed man's kitchen.
it's nothing like mine. What are you talking about? Okay, I think I've probably found as much as I'm going to find in here.
If this woman has been doing business with Maldonado, maybe someone else on Chandler Avenue will recognize her.
Oh, Chandler is the bloody street. Okay.
It's a
Lima
key to
Club.
the exclusive Llama Club.
Okay, that's where our next stop is then. Get away from here before the police find me loitering. Llama Club's at the end of the road, I remember that, next to the hotel. Hang on. Oh no, it's next to the Snow White warehouse. Right, so what am I going to find in here? Ooh, I'm getting in places easy now.
Cigarettes. Yummy.
Yep. Nice looking that.
The air outside feels thick, like I'm breathing through a pair of dirty gym socks. It's a high radiation day. Most everyone will be staying inside, but I need to hunt for some work. I always like to start the day with the traditional PI breakfast.
Coffee and a fag.
That hits the spot.
So obviously this is, well, what is this, a smoking club? Doesn't seem to be anything else but ashtrays full of cigarette ends. Bounce back. But even if the simulator was working, where would the ball go? Same place, right in that same room. So I guess that's going to be a running joke that I keep getting knocked out. Okay, so this is the Llama Club. There's nothing in here. Apart from almost finished cigarettes. That's literally it. Oh, hello. No, I thought that was a trunk of some kind. It is, isn't it?
Wow, this would match my bedspread perfectly. I wonder where they got it.
It's a flaming door. Is that it? Okay, so... Right, so what else do I need to do? Find more about Mason Bowers. I still need to decrypt that. Done. Excuse me. Actually, yeah, I've done both those. Done Clint. Ask Louis. Okay. Then I'll end the episode. I'd like to get somewhere with this game. Be another Let's Play that I actually complete, which would be nice to add to the collection of 2.
Hey, what can I do for you, Mike?
Okay, now I don't have to do the preamble stuff. Takes me over.
It sure is good to have the old Mike back. I don't want to get all mushy, but I missed you, Mike.
He doesn't sound like he's from San Francisco. He sounds more like he's from New York. Abduction on Chandler.
We don't get too much of that stuff around here anymore. Cops have been good about cleaning things up. I got no idea who would have been doing the shooting or getting taken. Clint's done a real nice job, don't you think? Good to see the neighborhood getting fixed up.
Archie Ellis.
I like that Archie fella. Real friendly. Don't always understand what he's talking about, but hey,
that's the pawn
different
shop
strokes
guy, right?
for different folks, right?
I don't quite know who's who yet. 3 cards to midnight.
Yeah, nice to have some fresh blood here on Chandler Avenue. Not really the kind of place I do a lot of shopping at, but some folks seem to like it fine.
Is it some kind of sex shop? Chelsea Bando.
You know, I love Chelsea like she was my own daughter. I still miss her, even after all this time.
What I want to know is why you've drawn a tattoo on your hand instead of getting one Taylor mints.
I forget. You don't remember nothing about Taylor. She works for the Bay City Mirror. Does a lot of investigations. And she's a real peach. Sweet, smart, funny. Yeah, I wasn't too happy that you and her was spending time together, but maybe she was seeing through all that tough guy stuff. She's good that way.
Because that's his niece, right? Louis?
Oh, me? I'm just the same as always. Just a little less of me than I used to be.
Right, memory stick, I'm really interested.
I'm no good with that computer stuff.
Barbecue.
But that little fella at the barbecue joint is a whiz. I'll bet he could get you taken care of.
Okay, that's going to be my next stop then.
I wish I could tell you everything you can't remember. But I don't know much. You and Chelsea went missing, and then you showed up out of nowhere a few weeks later. A couple of days after, you was gone again. I only saw you a few times after that. A couple of years went by, and then you came.
I've done all this. He obviously likes Clint.
That Clint's really come up in the wild. Though I still hide the chocolate cake when he drops by. I don't want him falling back into his, old ways.
Inspector Burns.
Haven't had another food joint on the street since Francesca ran the Slice of Heaven. I thought it might cut into my business some, but not so far. Maybe we just don't have a lot of barbecue eaters around here.
Photo of woman, oh yeah.
I might have seen this lady in here not long ago. Didn't catch your name.
Garner.
Yeah. Same old ornery cuss he ever was.
Oh no,
Yeah,
Rook's the
don't bother
guy
me
at the pawn
none.
shop.
Nah, I guess I'm just used to it.
So Clint's the Ritz, Rook's the pawn, Rook to pawn, that's a good way to remember it. Zach Williams.
Zach don't come in here a whole lot. I guess he don't like my food much.
Carlos Maldonado.
You wouldn't remember him. He moved into the neighborhood a few years back. Not a pleasant man. I'll leave it at that.
And Chelsea's death.
I can't really talk about that.
Okay, we're done.
If she died the way the cops said she did, burned inside your speeder, it's just too much to think about. I keep a little hope that maybe she ain't dead at all. Or at least that maybe she died in a more peaceful way.
He's just Mr. Nice Guy, really, isn't he? Okay. Well, so that'll be my next place. In the next episode. So thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Catch you soon. Cheers.